Hi guys, thank you all for watching. Today we're gonna create together this gorgeous rose petal skirt. That's my newest design. The sewing pattern is already available in my Etsy shop, link is in the video description. So this skirt has been inspired literally by roses that I keep seeing on our walks with my husky in the area in different parks, and the roses are just so beautiful that I wanted to create something that would remind me of them. The skirt has a stretchy base and it has an elastic waistband, so it's very comfortable. And these ruffles are made of chiffon, but you could also use mesh. If you get the sewing pattern, don't forget to download also the written instructions, because they are a great help during your project, and the sewing pattern overview, which includes a sizing table and a yardage table. And also, if your size is not included or if you need any tweakments, just message me and we'll figure something out. And now let's jump right into today's project. Here we have all these sewing pattern pieces. We will start with the skirt base. The pattern pieces you'll need for that are the skirt front part and the skirt back part. Place the pattern pieces on folded fabric. The pattern piece edge without seam allowance goes on the fabric fold. Cut to get the full pieces. The pass marks on the top and the bottom edges of the pattern pieces represent the so-called key points for the ruffle placement. Transfer the marks on the right side of the top and the bottom edges. I personally like using heat erasable pen. Make additional marks between the key points. The number of additional marks between each key point depend on how many ruffles you'll need in total. The larger the skirt size, the more ruffles you can add. More information can be found in the written sewing instructions and also in the sewing pattern overview. Both come with the sewing pattern. In general, you want to end up having about 6 to 6.5 centimeters distance between individual marks for each ruffle on the skirt bottom edge. That is 2.4 to 2.6 inches. The distance will be much smaller on the top edge. You can make little snips for the ruffle placement marks. A tip: make the bottom edge marks long enough so they are still visible on the right side after you hemmed the bottom edge. Place the full front part on the full back part, wrong sides out. Pin on the right side. Sew the sides together on a serger or use overlock stitch on a household sewing machine. Then fold the seam to one side towards the back side and pin in place. Secure with straight stitch. Fold the bottom edge in according to the seam allowance, pin in place and secure with either cover stitch or, for example, stretches zigzag, regular zigzag or straight stitch if you're using a household sewing machine. I personally like pinning on the wrong side first, then I check my work, make sure that everything is even, and then I place the pins on the right side, which is an extra step, but that's my personal preference, but you don't have to do that. And here we have the finished bottom seam. I was using cover stitch. This is the ruffle sewing pattern piece. It is one size for the entire skirt. For the skirt in the size M, I needed 24 ruffles in total. I was using chiffon in 3 red shades. You can always use just one or multiple colors. Place the ruffle pattern piece on one or more layers of chiffon and cut the necessary number of ruffles. You can also use a rotary cutter if, unlike me, you're actually using it successfully. I am just too clumsy with it, and I have to admit I do a better job with scissors. The inner edge of the ruffles will go on the skirt, and we will hem the outer edge. For that, I personally used a dense zigzag on my household sewing machine, so here we have the settings, but you can also use rolled seam on a serger. Pick yarn in matching color and sew around the outer edge with either zigzag or rolled seam. In any case, stretch the edge out ever so slightly to get the typical curly look that we want for our skirt. The wider end of the ruffles go on the bottom edge and the thinner one goes on the top edge. Once your ruffles are ready, you can start placing them on the skirt. Put the skirt base on the table. Mark the center on the bottom edge and on the top edge on the back part first. Then start drawing offset lines for the ruffles. For that, go 2 marks to the left from the bottom center and connect that point with the top edge center. And then simply make parallel lines all around the skirt base. But keep in mind, some ruffles will go over the side, so there you will have to mark the line segments. As a next step, pin the first ruffle in place so that the outer edge faces left, away from the line on which you pin the short edge, like so. Sew the ruffle on with straight stitch close to the edge. Then fold the ruffle over the seam to the right side and pin it in place. Sew a straight line again close to the edge. Fold the ruffle again to the left, and then place the next ruffle on the next line to the right and work it just like we did the first ruffle. And then keep adding the remaining ruffles. A tip: if you are making any particular color transition for your ruffles or a color pattern, I recommend placing the ruffles on the skirt base first and trying out a few ideas before you pin them in and before you sew them into their final position. The ruffles will also go over the top edge a bit. That is normal, especially in the front. That's because the pattern piece is one size. Don't worry, we will cut the excess fabric later. Now leave the very left ruffle out for the time being, and also the 2 last ruffles on the right side. Here is what the skirt base looked like with the ruffles once they were sewn in, with the exception of the 3 ruffles I just mentioned. Pin the open side of the skirt base together. Make sure that no ruffles get caught. I personally like securing the bottom edge with straight stitch first to prevent shifting. Sew the side together. Once the sides are sewn together, fold the seam again to one side and pin. Secure it with straight stitch. And then start placing the remaining ruffles into their designated position. And of course, sew them in place just like we did before with the other ruffles. Here is what the skirt looked like so far. Now we'll cut back the excess fabric on the ruffles that go over the top edge of the skirt. Make small folds on the ruffles to reduce them to a smaller place and pin them to the top edge. This will help to keep the waistline stretchy. Place the waistband sewing pattern piece on folded fabric. The edge without seam allowance goes on the fabric fold. Cut to get a full piece. Then cut elastic band wide enough for your waistline plus seam allowance. Pin the sides of the waistband and of the elastic band. Sew the sides of the elastic bands together. I overlapped the ends to avoid bulkiness and I used zigzag. For the waistband, I used straight stitch. Pin the elastic band to the top edge of the waistband like so. I personally like unfolding the seam on the waistband to the sides to prevent bulky seam. Here is what the waistband looked like so far. Sew the elastic in on a serger or with overlock stitch on a household sewing machine. Next, pull the elastic band up like so. And then pin the bottom edge of the waistband right side to the skirt's top edge. Now let's have a look at our work from different angles. By the way, this waistband method is the open elastic band method. Another method, encased elastic band, is described in the sewing instructions that come with the sewing pattern. Now sew the waistband in on a serger or with overlock stitch on household sewing machine. And then it should look something like this. Check your work before you proceed. As a next step, fold the elastic band inside your skirt, fold the waistline seam upwards, and place the bottom edge of the elastic band over it for a neater finish and pin it in place. Again, check your work before you sew. You can sew with stretchy yarn and straight stitch, but what also works is cover stitch or zigzag or stretchy zigzag. And here we have the finished waistband. If you enjoy colorful clothing, here is a fun idea for a rainbow skirt. I bought chiffon in 8 shades that would create a lovely rainbow transition, and of course I also got the matching yarn. I needed 24 ruffles in total for my size, so I calculated that I could have 3 full rainbow blocks on my skirt. After I made the ruffle lines, just like we did on the red skirt, I tried a few positions for the rainbow blocks until I was happy with the placement, and then I was ready to start placing the ruffles in their designated position and sewing them in. The procedure was pretty much the same like we did for the red skirt we just made together, so we will skip the steps. The rainbow skirt is definitely a fun summer piece. And of course, you can always match any colors you like. It doesn't have to be necessarily a rainbow. I also made this black rose petal skirt. Together with a plain black top and an interesting belt, it is definitely a cool alternative for the little black dress. You can play with different belts and tops to go with the skirt to change things up however you want. Alrighty, so we are finished with our today's sewing project. If you were already sewing along with me, I hope that your skirt turned out everything you wanted it to be. And if you are just about to start, and if you need any help or if you have any questions, you can always message me on Etsy. I'm always happy to help. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you with my next project. Bye!